Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elsa, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some practical tips for packing your carry-on bag and your personal item when flying. And this video is also going to be kind of like a pack with me video, so it's going to be super fun. I feel like I've done a lot of flying over the years and I've finally zeroed in on what works and what doesn't work when packing, so I really hope that you'll find these tips helpful. And if you're interested to know where I'm going and what I'm packing for, just keep watching because I will share that with you in a minute. This video is divided into 3 parts. The first part is my carry-on, what I bring, and my tips for that. Second part is what I bring in my backpack / personal item. And then the third part is what I bring for snacks and food while traveling. So I really hope you enjoy this. I'm very excited and I hope you are too. Make sure to grab a little notebook and a pen to take notes, and let's just get started. So as promised, I will tell you where we are going. We're going to Baylor University in Waco, Texas to do some college touring, and I'm super excited to visit Baylor. My family and I have just wanted to go in person to look at the campus, so we decided to make the trip, so that is why I'm packing. My first tip is to look at the weather forecast for the location you will be traveling to. So I cannot tell you how many times we've gone to Florida thinking it's going to be hot and humid, and then we get there and it's actually a lot colder than we ever thought it could be. So just make sure that you continually check the forecast as your departure nears, because everything's just way better if you're dressed for the weather. No one wants to be too hot or too cold. My second tip is to determine how many outfits you will need to bring. So depending on how many days you're staying, this can also affect everything. I'm the type of person that can wear several clothing pieces multiple times, so I don't really have to bring 7 outfits if I'm gone 7 days. But it's totally up to you if you like wearing things twice or not. But a great way to minimize the amount of space your clothing takes up is to just pick a few tops and a few bottoms that can be mixed and matched. That way you don't have to bring a ton of clothing, but you have a new style of outfit every day. So here are all the outfits that I have laid out. This one right here is the outfit that I will be traveling to Waco in. This is Thursday's outfit for when I go to Baylor to do the college tour. And this is a nice dress in case we go out to dinner. Here's the bag I will be taking to the college tour. Then this is like some sportswear in case we do anything active. And here is my outfit for when we come back home. And then I've got pajamas. My third tip is to pack your underwear and socks in a smaller separate bag within your suitcase. I know when I can't find those small, thinner items, I just kind of throw everything out of my suitcase and everything's just such a mess. But by separating those smaller, thinner items from the rest of your clothing, you can be sure to find those items more easily. My fourth tip is to pack some sort of laundry bag in your suitcase. My mom did this all the time for us and it was super helpful. It's just way more hygienic to separate your dirty and clean clothes from each other. My fifth tip is to use shopping bags to cover your shoes when you're packing your shoes. So I usually just wear tennis shoes on the airplane and only bring like 1 to 2 other dressy shoes, but I always make sure to put them in a shopping bag because, like the previous tip, has to do with hygiene. The bottoms of your shoes are extremely dirty. They've been everywhere. They've been public bathrooms, they've been to school, they've been so many places, and I just don't like to see when people put the soles of their shoes up against their luggage. It's just like really gross to me. So please put them in a bag if you want to be more, clean about it. And a pro tip, after I come back from my travels, I just use that little plastic shopping bag as a little trash liner for my bathroom. That way you can get 2 or 3 uses out of this bag. So this is the luggage I will be bringing as my carry-on, so I'm just going to pack some of the clothes into here right now. I know you've probably heard this everywhere by now, but I'll just say it again. Don't fold your clothes when you're packing. There's just a ton of wasted space that way, and a better way to do it is to either roll it or do the Americano method, whatever is easiest for you and whatever you like and whatever fits your luggage best. My 7th tip is to group all the clothing items of a certain outfit together. I've tried things like grouping the tops together and grouping the bottoms together, but in the end I just ended up with a super messy suitcase because I couldn't find like a small item that could have just been in groups. That way there wouldn't have been a mess. So I really suggest doing this if you like a bit more organization to your suitcase. Tip number 8 is to pack everything you need for the following day in your carry-on / personal item bag. So basically, luggage can get lost, luggage can be delayed, and it's just never good to go without your bare necessities. So things I would pack in there would be like at least some kind of clean clothes for the next day, and some kind of like toothbrush and toothpaste, like a miniature small one. Just in case something would happen, you at least have next day's clothing. This happened to us once where it was delayed, and we were really grateful that we had packed stuff in another backpack so that everyone could at least go to bed in clean clothes and teeth brushed and everything like that. So it's not often that this happens, but I would say that if you'd like to plan, I would do this just in case. The next tip kind of goes along with the previous tip, and this is tip number 9, to place all your valuables in your personal item or your carry-on, but not your check bag. So as stated before, there's just a lot of uncertainty about who has access to your luggage, where your luggage even is. It could get lost. There's so many things. So I would just never place anything that is special to your heart in that, checked bag, because you don't know what could happen to it. It's always better to keep your valuables close to you if possible. And of course, they could reimburse you for your loss, but it's never going to be that special item back in your possession. Tip number 10 is for all my girls and makeup connoisseurs of the world, and it is to not bring your entire makeup kit and beauty products. I know it's tempting to want to bring everything you have, but it's really not necessary. Just try picking out a few items that you wear every day and that just do the job. And these things for me would be concealer, eyeliner, some mascara, and some lip balm, but just a few things so that you can have more space for other goods. Okay, so right now I'm just packing my toiletries. Currently I have these little shampoo / conditioner bottles, and they're like travel size in this little clear plastic container baggie, and I'm just gonna bring that along with a few other things like deodorant, and probably some moisturizer. So I will go grab everything and then put it into my little organizer. And I just got this little organizer off of Amazon. It's very nice, it's pretty spacious. So I'm just gonna put this into the bigger compartment, and then along with my deodorant. Next, I'm just going to add some of these mini makeup remover wipes, and it's really nice they're in this like travel size because it takes up way less room than bringing the big one. So I'll just throw these in. Next, I'm bringing a new bar of soap. This is my favorite. I love how it smells, and it goes really nicely with my skin, like it doesn't irritate it. So I'm gonna bring this new one as well. And I'm just gonna put it inside this plastic soap container. Then, because I'm not gonna be bringing like a ton of makeup, I think I'm just gonna try to fit it in here as well, maybe like the top part. That way I don't have to bring a separate makeup bag.
Find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when you love, yeah.
So now my toiletries are all right here, and for the purposes of this video I will put it here, but I'm not sure if I'll have to move it to my parents' checked bag because I'm not sure about liquids and stuff, so I may end up transferring this later, but this is what I'm bringing for my toiletries. Okay, so I think I'm finally done packing my carry-on luggage. So now I'm going to be sharing with you what I have packed in my personal item, which for me is a backpack, so I will show you that right now. Alright, so for the second part of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what is in my personal item or backpack for flying. And I love backpacks because they just have so much more storage space than like a purse or something. So I highly recommend using a backpack instead. So I'm going to start with the first pocket. And in here I just have my charger with a cord. And that's really nice at the airport when you're needing to charge your phone. I have it right in the front pocket. Then I have my AirPods. And then a little mini hand sanitizer. In the second compartment, I have up here my wallet, and this will be very necessary because of my driver's license and stuff. So it's up at the top so I can easily access it. Then I have my pencil case, and this is the United Bees Japan pencil case. And in here I just have a few pens, some mechanical pencils, and then a ruler. I also have a few snacks that I like, and these are just some that I carry around with me just in case I get hungry. Then I also have some sunglasses because I know it will be very sunny in Texas and I want to protect my eyes, so I'm going to carry that in my bag as well. And then the last thing in this pouch is this emergency kit, and it's just a little small pouch that carries like lip balm, some hair ties, feminine products, and then a lip sunscreen, which is nice to keep my lips from getting burned. And moving on to the main compartment, I just have my mini tripod and then this portfolio. So I decorated the front with some pins, and then here in this pocket is my journal. And then if we open it up, I have my bullet journal here, and then in here I have a little clipboard with some paper that I will use on my college tour just to take notes and write down any questions I might have. In the very back, I just have two of these magazines from Brio, and I love these magazines so much. I feel like they're so good for young girls to read, and it talks a lot about world issues and just how we as Christians are supposed to deal with that and how we can be loving to everyone. And so I think these are really fun to read. So I'll try to leave a link in the description of ways you can sign up or subscribe for these because they're definitely worth it. And Focus on the Family is a very good Christian organization, and they are really for helping people. That will entertain me on my plane ride. And then lastly, an empty water bottle. I think we're gonna be able to refill them at the airport, so I'm just gonna bring an empty one, and hopefully I won't have to pay for the $4 bottles of water, but if I have to, then I have to, but I would like to refill this empty water bottle if possible. I forgot to mention this. There's a compartment at the bottom, and I just keep a pair of shorts in here because I'm thinking that I may be hot once we get to Texas and I want to change. So just having a pair of shorts in here will be really nice. So here in this bag, I just have some vitamin D and zinc, and I think these are super important to take, especially when you're traveling. And I also brought along some allergy meds and just simple multivitamins. And I also brought along some ibuprofen, and I think it's a great idea just to bring some medication in case of emergency. And I also brought along some fiber just because I'm not really eating my normal food, so I kind of need that when traveling. And then for the food side of things, I brought this paleo granola, and it's super delicious and really yummy. And then I also sliced up some carrots and beets, and these are great because they don't have to be refrigerated and they're just really yummy to eat. And then I also brought along some almond butter and peanut butter, and that's great because then I won't have to buy this stuff later when I arrive to my destination if I want it. And then here for produce, I also have some cherry tomatoes and apple slices. It's great. I can dip the apples in peanut butter, and it's a great combination. And then for an even quicker snack, I just have some energy bars like RX bars and Kind bars. And I also brought along some collagen that I can just add to things for an extra protein boost. And then lastly, I brought along these black bean cookies that I made. I used the recipe from Jasmine Tyler, so I will try to link her information down below if you're interested in checking that out. They are so delicious. Alright, that concludes my pack with me video where I show you all my tips and tricks to packing a carry-on and my backpack, and packing food and snacks because that is super important when traveling. So I really hope you found some of these tips useful and informative. If you did, make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. So tomorrow will be an early morning. Our flight leaves around 7, so we have to be there pretty early. And yeah, I will be vlogging the entire trip in Waco, Texas for you guys. So make sure to stay tuned for the college touring video, which will be the next video after this one. But I will see you guys then. Bye!